Hi Aries, how are you? How's it going? I'm Eriu and this is Eriu Tarot Readings, and my lovelies, as always, you're very welcome here today. This is your bi-weekly reading for July the 17th to July the 30th, 2017. And remember, if it doesn't fully resonate, don't worry, check out your moon and rising sign videos. That's okay. See if they resonate with you. Sometimes they just resonate a little bit more, okay? So my darlings, I hope you've been well. I hope life is going good for you. I really do. We had a few better readings for you in the last few weeks, didn't we? You were coming out of a real funk, and you guys were fed up. And now you're finally coming out of that, which is brilliant. So, right, I get a bit bored, right? I get bored quite easily. So I said I want to shake it up a bit for this bi-weekly. I want a different reading. So I like to focus on the individual at hand, the person and their journey, because to me that's the most important thing, and then everything else can really fall into place. So I'm doing this new, well, for you guys it's new, but it's a spread called the Who Am I Now and Where I'm Going spread. All right, it's 7 cards. We're going to flow through them and see what's going on with you, because we change so much, yeah. And I just feel like July, you know, you're coming out of the end of summer there, we're coming into August, which is autumn, and it's time to take stock a little bit, you know what I mean? And plus we're more than halfway through the year, so you want to kind of see where you're going and stuff, right? And we're not who we were yesterday. So let's have a look at that for you, right? I'll tell you about all the positions and what they all mean. And sometimes as well, what I've been finding is love flows through these as well. So we'll get some clarification on that for you, alright? Okay, my darlings, this is you. Let's check it out. So quick. So easy. Every time I do Aries, I'm like, bang, 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 done. So easy for me. And as I always say, if you haven't done it already, put the video on pause, get yourself a cup of tea, cup of coffee, something stronger if you wish, doesn't matter. Come back and settle down, because we're going to go through this for you, alright? Okay, so first, second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth and seventh positions, all meaning different things that I'm going to talk through to you, with you about, alright? So this is the very center of the reading. This is who you are now. And just to let you know, with this particular reading, I like to unfold things one piece at a time. Some, you know, my other readings I like to just flip it all out and see what comes at me, but this is, I like to take my time with this a little bit, alright? So let's see who you are now. Oh, interesting. Alright, Aries, so right, okay, so some of you are adopting a King of Swords energy, which I actually quite like. As we always say, that fire and air always complement each other, and you can always learn anything from any of the signs in any of the suits. But I like the fact that you're kind of learning something from your complementary element, right, which is air. So we've got Libra, Aquarius, and let's say Sagittarius there. Apologies, Gemini here. And it's really cool. So what you're doing is you've shown up here as a king, which is nice. Means that you may have gone through a few things in the last while, which we know you have, and you've kind of come out on the other side. But not only that, you've learned to speak your truth. You've learned the power of the word. You learned that sometimes that really kind of blunt energy that Aries has and that Saggy has, when you say something, the delivery can get, the meaning can get lost, because the delivery can be a bit abrasive, right? And as long as, I know the theory though, which is as long as you're speaking the truth, what harm? Well, a lot of harm. You catch a lot more bees with honey, isn't that the phrase? Than you do anything else. And that's what you want to do. You want to speak your truth, but in a way that doesn't like overtly affect other people. Now, which is really nice. I think you've learned this. I think you've learned the craft of diplomacy as well here, Aries. I think you've fought the good fight. I think you've come out on top. More importantly, your communication skills are at an all-time high, because now I think you get it a bit more. There's also subtlety now in your delivery. Okay, there's a more fluid calmness to that. And also I think there's a really good injection of positivity in what you're saying these days. Maybe before you were kind of, because I know you're in that funk and you were taking maybe more of a negative approach, which I get it, because you feel like the external environment is injecting into you with negativity, and therefore you need to release that, and you vent, and then that's negativity, and it kind of gets this circular motion that never ends. But now I think you're going, right, okay, I'm going to have to change the way I think, I'm going to have to change the way I say things, because that's actually what's really affecting me. If I keep saying something is wrong, or bad, well sure, it's always going to be wrong, it's always going to be bad. But now you're going, right, you know what, I've got to flip the script on this. can be like, yeah, do you know what, it might be a bit bad, but this is what I can do to fix it. Yeah, it might be a bit crap and it might have sucked, but here I am now. There's a but in there, and I like that because you're also bringing this balance into it, which you've adopted from Libra as being one of the air signs too, which is really, really cool. So there's nothing really more for me to say in this. I feel like saying you're in your element, but I know you're in a different one, but in one that fits quite well on you. And I feel like you're thinking, maybe I should have done this a long time ago. But circumstances being what they are, you know, we do the best of what we have at the time. So don't beat yourself down too much about that, all right? Now, your second position, which is here, this is what you don't know about yourself. Oh, Aries. What you don't know, what you don't realize. So what I said about changing your word from negative to positive, even just injecting that but into it, but I'm okay. I haven't got that much money this month, but you know what? I can pay the bills. The bills are covered. I'm okay. Haven't got that much love life going on. I'm a little bit of a lone wolf. But you know what? I get love from my friends and my family. That interjection is really actually starting to shape things for you. And I say that as well because the World card comes in for you as what you don't know about yourself. Is that you are actually creating your own world. You're actually doing it by yourself. By changing your mentality, changing your words, changing your delivery and your thought processes. From jumping from negative to the positive, it's actually having a really good effect on you. Not only that, it's having a good effect on your world, and that what you put out there, you're getting back. So these much better good vibrations that you're putting out there, you know, the universe has not forgotten about you. I feel like I need to say it to you. The universe has not forgotten about you, but you needed to learn how to create your own world, even just vibrationally, by changing, as I say, your thoughts and your words. That was important for you. Your mindset was a big thing here. And now you're freer in yourself. You don't even know this about yourself, but you're actually freeing yourself up in a major way. And you're revealing other sides to yourself that you never may have revealed before, or that you didn't really indulge in because you're like, ain't got time for that. You know, don't have time for it. Don't. But it's beautiful now that this is what you have. So what you don't know about yourself is that you're creating a world for yourself right now. And we're not talking material goods here, which would be nice, I know. But we're talking about a world that, more importantly, feels good for you. That even if you don't have something, you get satisfaction emotionally from something else. And you go, you know what, I'm okay. Yeah, sure, it could be better, but I'm okay. And that's a big thing. That's a big, big learning curve there, Aries. I know you like your comforts. I know you like to have nice things around you. Ah, I totally get it. Taurus and myself, Libra, we're the same as well because we're ruled by Venus, so we want the really nice things. But I know that having that around you really feels good. And in many ways makes you feel like you have a certain position, I guess, in society even at times. You know, I know there's a lot to be said for financial affluency. It's comforting in many ways. It really is. But what you're learning now is that it's not the be all and end all, and there's other things around you that are just as valid. And that is actually expanding your world. Not the other things, which is great. Look, this is you here, completely naked, completely free. Nothing can hold you down. Nothing's holding you back. It's beautiful. It's great, actually. It's great. Well done, Aries. Now, let's go to your next cards. I'll just move these over a bit for you because I feel like you can't see. There we are. Right, so your third and fourth position. So this is what you need to relinquish. It's what you need to get rid of. You need to see you later. Get rid of it. Right? Chop away. Ah, okay. So for a lot of you there, when I said about you changing on the inside, there's been a lot of battles with you on the inside, Aries, right? Of the last probably 5 months, 5 weeks or 5 years. You've had inner struggles with certain things. You may have not always voiced them, but they've been there. Or do you always feel like you're fighting against something and that you just can't win? Now, I feel like this is more in you though. And having to fight for what you want and what you want to get out of things. 2 cards. 2 cards. Okay, so this was about your progression and progression in finances as well, right? This is a thing. Two of Pentacles and Eight of Pentacles. Right, so some of you were actually struggling to find balance within life in general, within areas of your life. So it could have been domestic life, no, home life, or work life, or relationship, work life, school life, relationship, you know, anything basically. You're trying to find balance, and you were trying to find your rhythm and all this a lot of the time as well. Now, as I said, actually, also, it can be financial. So some of you were really struggling financially to kind of balance out the books, right? And to have enough money to pay off one thing and then another thing. But then, you know, it's just, it's like, oh, I'll take the money that I have for this over here and I'll buy this. And then the money that comes in from there, I'll take that and put that off that. You know, it's that even, balancing things like that, trying to sort it all out. And sometimes as well, it's you trying to sort yourself out, different sides of yourself, different elements of yourself. You're trying to kind of find a balance within yourself and going, oh, why do I feel so imbalanced? Why am I always so freaking angry all the time? Or there was a period there where I just, anytime I watched anything on the TV, I just cried my eyes out. Like, what's that about? Or films even, you're like, I would have never cried about that a few years ago. Now all of a sudden I'm crying about it. Do you know, it's that sort of thing. And but what I like about this, which is, I see you working away. I see you working away at yourself. I see you just carrying on with it and, you know, just grinding away, just getting your head down and being like, look, I'm trying to balance it. Just take it on. I'm just taking it on as your responsibility, but I see you tipping away constantly, trying to get stuff done. And you're quite resourceful in that way, and you were getting things done, and you were working on yourself, and your finances were getting better. But the thing was, there's a certain amount of almost, do I want to say kind of resentment about this a little bit, Aries? You resented the fact that you had to put all that extra effort in just to get something that you feel other people already have. I could be wrong, but that's what it feels like. It feels like these two are really connected. It's just like, fine, I'll just keep working. I'll just get stuff done. That's what's asked of me. This is my job. I'll get it done. That's fine. Yes, I'm actually accumulating things, and yes, my CV looks better and money looks better and whatnot. But, you know, for the love of God, I'm absolutely effing sick of having to work so hard. That's what that feels like. And when I said the battle was more in you, it's in you. The slight resentment of having, like, because you see other people just getting by and making it look easy, and you're like, how the frig are they doing it? And you're like, right, I'll get down to it. Fine, I'll do it. That's what's asked of me. I'll do it. But for the love of God, I can't. I'm just absolutely sick of this. That's what that feels like. You need to kind of relinquish that now. So that battle-like mentality that you have, and you're ruled by Mars, as far as I'm aware. You're Mars, aren't you? Yes, Aries is Mars. So you have this warrior battle-like energy to you anyway. You could be talking about like kittens and puppies, and it would still almost sound like it's a battle or something is strong within you. Do you know what I mean? It's just your nature. It's your fiery, passionate nature. And what I want to say to you is you need to kind of let go of having to fight for everything. Because sometimes when you keep fighting, nothing happens. It's because it's not meant to happen. It's like you keep knocking on that door that's locked. Nobody's going to open it. So you take a step back and you let things come to you. And you learn a way of allowing the universe to kind of step in itself. It won't tell you that you're knocking on the wrong door. Not always, anyway. But it will let you know when you're onto the right thing. So I don't even really feel like I have to tell you to relinquish this. In fairness, I think your two middle cards here they get it for me. I get it. You get it. Now your fourth card here says this is what you need to develop. Ah, nice. All right, she hasn't popped up for me in a while, so I'm kind of glad to see her. She's the Queen of Cups. So you have this lovely... You're so soft, Aries. I'm joking. You are... Well, you are though, actually. There's a sensitivity in you that you guard with your life. And almost with the suit of armour. And only very small, specific things provoke that sort of Queen of Cups reaction, which is more of an emotional reaction, right? So Queen of Cups is that. She is the epitome of what emotion is. She is the fluidity of emotion. She understands, excuse me, how emotions, how they change quite rapidly, how they're quite turbulent and tumultuous, and then other times are really calm, like the sea. Like the sea. If you always think of emotions in how the sea operates itself, or conducts itself. And sometimes it's quite severe and it can take you out, and then other times it's so calm. That sort of rhythm, all those different rhythms within the sea reflect the inward emotion of the Queen of Cups. Now, but she's not too phased by it. She's right on the cusp. Do you see her here? She's like, yeah, I'm right on the edge. I know it could get rocky. I also know it can get calm. So nothing really, she feels a lot. She feels a lot, actually. But she doesn't always allow her external environment to sway her. So she's like, no, I understand it can get calmer. I understand it can get pretty rough, but I understand it can get calm as well. So this is something that you need to develop, is that rather than having or feeling like it's you against the world sometimes, and almost kind of you against yourself, like give yourself a little bit more emotional equipment. Give yourself a little bit more emotional development. Say, do you know what? I can't be angry about stuff that has happened or has gone. Because you know, you've no control over it. What you do have is control over your emotions and how you delegate them and what you feel and how you feel it. And even at times when you feel it. She's really lovely energy, and she's more calming for you as well. Excuse me. You know, you got your King of Swords and the Queen of Cups here, which are both calm, positive energies. So I think this is something that you're going to dive into a little bit more and not be so affected by the external environment. Just leave it where it is and walk away. Take it for what it is and walk away. But this is a beautiful card to develop. She's very soft and she's a lot of femininity. And it might be a nice thing to kind of embrace that as well for yourself. And to show that you're not always that Mars energy, which you're not, you're not. Bring a little bit of love and sweetness back to you, you know. And then people see that change in you. Now the last three cards, I like to flip them over all together because they go hand in hand, right? Oh my God, look at you. Well now, 3 queens walk into a bar. I'm only kidding. It's 5, 6 and 7 here for you, okay? Different positions. And let's go through it, right? Excuse me, to apologise, my voice is going because I speak too much. Right, your 5th one, excuse me, is what you'd love to become. Now, this is the 5 of Swords. So we've got more sword energy. We've got Libra, Aquarius and Gemini. And this is about having regrets about things. This is about looking back in the past ever so gently and going, I shouldn't have done that. I really shouldn't have done that. Why did I do that? I don't know why I freaking did that. It's about winning the battle, but at a cost. And most of the time, it's the cost is ourselves. And the cost is hurting other people. And you don't always mean to do that. I don't think you'd love to become this. I think it's fair to say, Aries, you don't want to become this. This isn't a great energy. And it's a crossroad energy, so you can stay in the middle, you can look back, you can look forward, look back, look forward. And then you just stand there. I think what this really means is what you would love to become, which you're doing, is being better at your words, how you say things to people, and as I keep saying, the delivery of what you say. But also feeling like that not everything is a battle for you. Why do you always have to fight the good fight? No, you don't. It's about choosing your battles as well. Because not everybody's out to get you. Not how some people are. Let's be real, some people are. You don't need them though. And you can spot them a mile away. Well, this is about dropping your swords and saying, I'm not going to fight anymore. Look, do you see here your symmetry? You have 2 5s and 2 queens. And not only that, you have the King and Queen of Swords in the middle. So this is something that you would love to become. Well, I need to tell you that you are becoming that. You are. This just takes time. So there's a certain amount of serious growth here, no? You've got 3 queens as well. I say you're already becoming this because you've got the Queen of Swords here. And this is your current quest, right? So this is who you are now, and this is your current quest. So you did embody, or you are embodying the king-like energy, which is supposed to be more action-orientated, more direct. And then in turn as well, your conquest is to not only utilize that and to govern that, but you also want the queen element. So you kind of want both the masculine and feminine sides of yourself to balance out and to have this particular energy in your favor, and that you can use it so that this doesn't happen again. So that this doesn't happen again. So you don't feel like this anymore, because this for me is like feelings. Your current quest is to, I keep hearing be on your own. Not that. She is on her own. This is the thing, you got to be careful as well with the Queen of Swords. Because she's the widow. She's known as the widow of the deck. And look how much higher she sits than everyone else. She's actually in the clouds. Even her beautiful robe has clouds on it. It's because she's so wise. She's so intelligent. She's elevated above everyone else. She's not grounded like the Queen of Pentacles. And what comes with that is, as I said, great wisdom and intelligence. But also that you kind of sever connections with people. That people, when you're at this level as she is, people annoy you a little bit more. People grate on you a little bit more. You're like, why did they do that? That was a stupid thing to do. You should have done this, this and this, you know? Because she knows, because she's seen it. She's done it herself. Not only that, she's acquired this sword by herself. Nobody gave it to her. No one gave it to her. She got this herself. But you can be very lonely up here as well, Aries. Do take all of her really great attributes. Take them and roll with them. But every now and then I want you to come back down to earth. And you do. This is funny because every time I speak, the next card is just right on for me. Because look, I want you to come back down to earth. And then you do, because Queen of Pentacles comes here. So we literally have the earth and we have the air. We've the heavens and we have the earthly plane here. And this is where it will lead you to. So not only of this elevation of thought and speaking your truth and choosing your battles and knowing when to say things, not only is that good for you, but in this weird way it brings you back down to reality again. Queen of Pentacles is Virgo, Taurus and Capricorn energy. And she is equally as lovely. All the queens are lovely. Do you know what's interesting to me here, Aries? Is that you've the three queens and you don't have the fire queen here at all. You don't have you here at all. It's like your energy is not needed for now. It's time for you to go into the journey of other energies, because they might actually be of benefit to you. And she certainly will. So do you know what this is like for me as well? Queen of Pentacles is like the little girl standing holding a balloon, and the Queen of Swords is the balloon. That's what it's like. The Queen of Pentacles holds on to the air energy. She's grounded, but gives freedom to the air as well, and lets them be. So give that to yourself too. Let that lead you into a more grounded state of being, and then start to see other elements of your life becoming a bit more grounded. See that even though these two in particular don't complement each other as much as, say, like air, fire, or water and earth, doesn't mean that they can't come together and do this. Doesn't mean that you can't be both. You don't need to be one or the other. If you want to pick one, fine, pick one. But know that the energies of the others are just as useful for you, and that at any time you can channel into them and you can use them. Do you know, Aries, this is not a big... I'll be honest, it's not a massively big 2 weeks for you. I just think your head is getting more sorted now. And that's what you'll feel more so over the next 2 weeks. And there will be an accumulation. Finances will be okay. Material goods will be okay. You yourself, you'll be okay. It's all, and you can see as well the colour, it's all very blue. It's all very blue. Beautiful, right though? that inner battle will be alleviated over the next 2 weeks, trust me. And I think you're going to enjoy the next 2 weeks. Nothing major happening. But sometimes we don't need that. Sometimes we just need a break from it all, right? Sometimes we need a break from these Five of Wands and Five of Swords. And just enjoy this Queen energy. You're doing really well, Aries. I think as well for you it's about acquiring patience, which is difficult, isn't it? Being a very passionate sign. But I think you see the benefits of it now, which is cool. Very cool. Aries, my darlings, this has been your bi-weekly reading, albeit a different one, who I am now and where I'm going, for July the 17th to July 30th, 2017. If you dig what I do, please like and share and subscribe, and write your story as well in the comment section, because we're family here, we're a Tuatha, we're a tribe, and we take care of each other, alright? I also do general and love readings, so if you would like guidance in either or maybe both, I'm your gal. My email address is below and you can contact me directly, and I'll send you on an email with my service list and my price list as well. Alright guys, have a beautiful 2 weeks. Enjoy the calm, that's what I want to say to you. Enjoy the fact that not everything's firing on all cylinders, alright? Enjoy that breath of fresh air. You're doing really well, you really are. So fair play to you, Aries, fair play. You take care of yourselves, my darlings. Many blessings to you, and I will see you in the following 2 weeks. Bye bye.